Good afternoon and salam Ibu Pertiwiku. Any US or Saudi military strike against Iran would bring all-out war. The serious statement made by Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif yesterday was in response to Saturday's attack blamed on Iran. The United States has been discussing with Saudi Arabia and other Gulf allies possible responses to Saturday's attack, which they blame on Iran and which U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo described as an act of war on the kingdom. Denying the involvement of Iran in the attacks, Zarif said as much as Iran don't want to engage in a military confrontation, it will not hesitate to defend the territory. Libya picked up 493 migrants on 6 inflatable boats in 6 operations in a week in areas northeast and northwest of Tripoli. According to Coast Guard spokesman Ayub Qasim, the migrants, which include 28 women and 5 children from sub-Saharan, Arab and Asian countries, were all moved to detention centers run by the UN-backed Government of National Accord. He said the migrants were taken to various detention centers where 173 to Comas, 166 to Tripoli, 50 to Zawiya and 104 to Zuwara, both towns that are west of Tripoli. Libya's western coast is a main departure point for migrants fleeing war and poverty and hoping for new lives in Europe. Meanwhile, in Indonesia, hundreds of containers of contaminated waste have been sent back to the west after shipments supposedly containing plastic meant for recycling were found to hide hazardous substance. According to the officials, nearly 550 out of 2,000 containers contain hazardous material or non-plastic waste, where more than 300 containers have already been repatriated. Authorities were taking action against 3 companies involved in the shipments. Heru Pambudi, Director General of Customs and Excise, said Australia has been the biggest source of the toxic materials, but other shipments would be sent back to the United States, Germany, Greece, Belgium, Slovenia, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Hong Kong, France, and Britain. Well, that is all from me. I'm Yumes Rani for TV Sarawak. Anytime, anywhere.